So, how'd you get roped into all this?
Well, I happen to know the game master through the net, you see. He's been putting out all these fascinating riddles online. I figured I might as well reach out to him. We got in touch and eventually came up with an idea of this game. And what better setting for a cyber-themed story than Basil?
Parabolic shards expanded, initiating satellite communications.
What is that? Again? Some of our research was supposedly used in making it too. The Institute is so moody at this time of night.
Feeling scared?
Of course not! A Kruger warrior would never be afraid of something like ghosts. I'm not remembering all the ghost stories I heard at the school or anything. That would be silly.
Alright.
Small quantity of residual shards detected. Shards? Here? So someone used their Zypha here?
Let's have a quick look around just in case. Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Trails Through Daybreak, where I was planning on getting some of this recording session done with a little few people in the house, but then they seem to have had a quick day out. Anyway, it's we have someone in the premises here, and it's either one of two things. It's either going to be someone we don't want in here, or it's no trouble at all.
This robo mud acts like a real-ass dog.
Doesn't it? I spent many nights coding the design so it'd perfectly replicate a wolf's mannerisms.
Indeed. Leave it to the bioengineering department's rising star to go above and beyond.
You really need to get a life.
So why is that guy just in there? See? Nothing here.
Well, that's strange.
The door is ajar. Did it just open itself? No, that doesn't...
Where are you going, Zeros?
What is it, Zeros? There! Wait, was that? Whoever they are, they ain't just using stealth shards.
They appear to be combining them with something else. Theo, we're going after them.
Understood. We're going too.
Wait for me.
Heat signature detected.
Wait! I surrender! I surrender!
Oh, it's just her.
A woman? She looks kind of familiar.
And there was me thinking it'd be that kinky cat or someone from the Mafia.
Who is that?
She must not be a member of the faculty then. Man, it did cross my mind that it might be you, but I wouldn't have put mirror on it. This here is one of Kincaid's subordinates. I don't even think I caught your name.
Oh!
So is that desk jockey's gopher? Huh.
You watch what you're calling me.
Is this an acquaintance of yours?
I was hoping not to make contact with you while I was here. But I see I underestimated just how friendly you would get with the faculty here in less than 24 hours. I did hear you had a way of conning everyone you meet into liking you, Arkride, but you work fast.
I ain't conning anyone. I'm just that likable. Also, if you're gonna try to burn someone, maybe doing it when you're not pinned under a dog would be better.
You think I'm enjoying this? Just get it off me!
I can't eat another bite of what I still can't say that thing. It looks like you guys did the rounds. We sure did, though we may have overdid it a tad for it being our first day. But now I have a better idea of just what is happening in the city. You do? Yep, that girl from 4.
My name's Kayla McMillan. That's my real name, for what it's worth. I'm a second lieutenant in the CID, and I'd prefer it if that and all we discuss are kept off the record.
I thought you were here on a job from Elzheim. So the Cid is also involved then. Yeah, we know that CEO might try to hide stuff from us, so we kept one of our clients a secret. We just didn't expect one of their guys to use a mix of Zypha and Rom to stealth to sneak in here. I apologize for the trouble I ended up causing. My intention was to investigate so we had a backup in the event you didn't succeed. I never expected to be found. Clearly, I shouldn't have underestimated the Institute of Science technological prowess. VL is cool. Of course, very cool. I don't get it. Why sneak in here at all? Couldn't just let us do our thing? I assume she concluded that the current situation was too serious not to do anything. That about the long and short of it?
The current state of the orbital network and distribution network is definitely a problem. I had them go down on...
Yeah, I did read that right, and my mind went exactly to what I thought it was. I have some problems. Anyway, we managed to get things running again, but it was still a bit of a hassle.
But just why is this all happening?
There's only one possibility that I can propose. That would be unusually intensive. That would be the unusually intensive parallel distributed computing.
I'm no expert in the field, but that's all that comes to mind for me, too.
Then we're of the same mind.
I'm totally lost.
Yeah, the hell are you guys talking about? Orbital computers have been getting bigger and faster over the past few years. And the bigger they get, the more orbital energy they consume. In short, yes, the larger and more complex the tasks you require of them, the more power they will consume. Orbits regenerate orbital energy over time and don't generally need an external power source. That changes, however, when the amount of energy consumed vastly exceeds the orbit's ability to generate it. Yet, if the orbital distribution network that serves as the external source is also heavily taxed, that leads to a temporary decrease in the amount of energy available, and a spike in the amount of orbit network traffic. That theory alone would be enough to explain the issues you're here to investigate. Does parallel distributed computing really consume that much orbital energy? It's when you borrow the processing power of multiple computers through the net to do greater calculations, right? I'm impressed you know so much about cutting-edge tech. Now, connecting a few terminals isn't going to consume much energy at all. But what do you think would happen if one were to connect to all the terminals in the city? Then, do you think hacking is behind this? The flow of the orbital distribution network looks to me like it's being manipulated. If you intentionally adjust its flow, oh god damn it, why do I keep yawning? If you intentionally adjust its flow on an erratic schedule, you can make it seem like issues are occurring at random. You might even call doing just that my specialty, though I find this here to be a distastefully crafty way of going about it. Still, while it's possible on paper, I can't imagine parallel distributed computing taking place on such a vast scale. As for controlling the orbital distribution network itself, that's simply unimaginable with current technology. We still don't know all there is about orbital energy and how it works. Oh, but wait! Yeah, a situation mirroring that unimaginable scenario happened not all that long ago. It was around the most recent occupation of Crossbell. There were miracles and calamities born from large-scale distributed processing that should have been impossible with our current tech. So impossible that I never thought the same could happen here in the Republic, even if this is on a smaller scale. Indeed, we analyzed the situation ourselves at Marduk and reached the same conclusion about what happened. Reset. That confirms it then.
She finally clues us in. I've heard some about what went down in Crossbell, but if that's the same as that, well, that spells trouble for us.
Right. And this isn't the first time we run into something connected to the whole incident either.
Don't know if they're deliberately setting out to replicate Crossbell's deal, but there's one thing we need to get cleared up right off the bat. We've got to assume someone's out there trying to do research they shouldn't, that can only be done with parallel distributed computing. So the question becomes, who is it?
What's the point in asking a question with only one clear answer? Professor Callahan. Just what did he think he's doing? He's changed a ton over the past few years, but I didn't think he was up to something of this magnitude. This number belongs to...
Is that you, Salesian?
Professor Callahan? What's wrong, sir?
I'm so sorry. I screwed up. Please, stop this. They want my...
Professor? What just happened?
He's in the Special Research Building, right?
We must hurry.
I think he got shot. Or he's getting tortured.
What? Damn. Professor, where are you?
Oh yeah, you just move on to the next day like it was nothing. Let me take a drink.
Just what is going on here? Professor Callahan has gone missing, and you're here with some evidence that he's been abusing his power? Even the police and guild have barged into the Institute wanting to question me. You people have been here for a day. And are you some sort of plague being brought down upon us? It's not their fault. This is Professor Callahan's problem. No, it's all of our problem. Katra.
Don't act like you didn't know about the assistants being harassed left and right.
Just what do you want me to do about it in my position? It's not my place to say anything about his research. I'm sure that is one of the difficult things about being a joint venture group funded by multiple investors. But I also imagine the benefits outweigh the difficulties.
Anyone could see the professor was on a rampage. And the problems with the orbital network and its distribution are just as clear. Let me just shoot straight with you. Was that professor linked to any strange group? You know, like the Mafia or anything?
I'd like to believe that he wasn't, but I can't say for sure. It's pretty normal for the Institute of Science and Vern Company to accept outside funding.
In other words, the ground is fertile for corruption. And I can't write off the possibility with all them new terminals he suddenly had on him.
Stop this pointless conjecture. You have no evidence. If rumors like this were to leak to the public during such a crucial time...
How about acting like a leader for once in your damn life? These youngsters were hired so the police and the guild wouldn't have to get involved. And while we sit here scrambling for answers, who knows what Professor Callahan is up to? Tell me, is there ever going to be a better time than now to step up as a CEO, Bill?
Supervisor. Fine. I'll tell you everything I know. But please keep this just between us.
Of course. Our team always keeps matters like this confidential. We're contracted with one of your biggest shareholders, the Principality of Elysium. We have nothing to gain from hurting your image.
And everything to gain from earning some brownie points with Vern. Professor Callahan first began to change around a year or two ago. We received a request from the Republican Army to develop the next generation of weapons, something he excelled in. But when the time came to propose ideas, he lost his own field. Professor Cronkite's was accepted instead.
I knew that was it.
Ever since, he's been doing research on his own like he's like a man possessed. I don't know what it is he started researching, but whatever it was, it required an immense amount of capital and manpower. There came a point where he started seeking out every sponsor he could. Then half a year ago, I heard a place called the Anchorville Company offered an unprecedented amount of money.
That name.
So you got caught in your information network too, eh?
Don't tell me this is the same thing as in Longport. Indeed, the Anchorville Company, much like the Mesodum Trading Company, is also one of their shell corporations. Who are we talking about? A certain mafia. They're called Armada, and they're both on the Guild and the police's radars. What? Professor Callahan was involved with people like that?
I've heard the rumors. Been expanding their territory an awful lot of late. Just how the hell could you have overlooked something like this?
It's not my fault. I only got the info the other day. What else could I do? Do you know what would happen to me if I got put on pause on research from Mafia?
Think about the poor assistants who ended up helping them without even realizing it.
So, after losing against the genius professor, he started focusing entirely on his own research. I bet that he's sticking to his same field of expertise.
And if the Mafia has invested massive funds into his work, I have a bad feeling about this. A really bad feeling. The network delay that dropped down to 35 has gotten worse again this morning too. That makes it highly possible that he's continuing his research in another location. But just where on earth could that be?
Sounds like we got a good old-fashioned manhunt on our hands. We're gonna be coming through this place way more than we did yesterday. I take it there are no objections? I don't like it, but I know it has to be done. Better give our cards the proper ranks then. Fine. Give me your damn cards.
Rank B, the certification level you mentioned.
That one almost never gets issued.
Nope. I'm not trying to bitch, but may as well just give us rank A at this point. Don't ask for the impossible. Besides, we'll be able to get much better than we could yesterday.
Let's get to work. Time to get one over on the Mafia.
I have a favor to ask. If at all possible, do you think I could accompany you? As Professor Hamilton's student, this situation with Professor Callahan isn't entirely unrelated to me, and I very much consider it my job to do something about it in her stead. Please, let me come with you.
Catra.
That's fine with me. Just to give you a heads up, our work takes priority. That means you're gonna be tagging along while we take care of our business. That can be a problem?
You mean like yesterday? That's fine. I wouldn't even mind helping if there's anything I can do. Well, we're counting on you guys. I'll reach out to my contacts and see what I can dig up. And just don't do anything too crazy, okay, Catra? Don't worry so much, Ezzy. I'm in good company. But whatever it takes, I'm determined to set things right. I know.
I'll start talking to any dealers who supplied Professor Callahan with parts. If I hear anything back, I'll let you know. Take good care of the boy.
Yeah, you got it. By the way, yes, it glowed last night, didn't it?
It did, yes. Most likely at the same time as when Professor Callahan's final transmission went out. We're getting close then. Yes, the last time the Genesis glowed like that, it was... What are you talking about? What's a Genesis?
Don't worry about it. Work stuff. I'm sure we'll fill you in eventually.
I hope you don't mind, Katra. If you say so, it must be something that could take a while to explain. So, where should we start? If possible, I'd like to first speak to Yang. You would better know him as Professor Cronkite.
That guy or Mr. Professor had beef with, right? Yeah, I bet he knew a thing or two about his research. Sounds good to me. Plus, I think it's about time we have a little talk with yesterday's client.
That anonymous one?
Not so anonymous to us at this point. Come on, let's settle the score.
So we'll be making the rounds through Newtown and the Artisanal District before heading to the Institute of Science. That sounds perfect. Then may day 2 of our work begin.
I see.
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? You don't just remove Fairy? What is this shit?
Understood.
Alright.
How much time do we have? 10 minutes?
I don't think we have 10 minutes to do a side quest, because those usually take some time. I could make a coming up section in this video, but then it's like, what if I can't make a coming up section for any other video? That's like the problem. I'm kind of like, for Trails games, I don't even know, I really pushed to make random things to tease. Because nowadays, I only make a coming up and previously if there was something like actually story or side quest related. Or if there was really something specific about the rounds. But back then, I used to always do a coming up and previously. Like, if it was even 2 things, it was worth it. But I don't really do that like that anymore, because it saves time. Like, if there's nothing really important story related or side quest, something's wrong with that. Anyway, if it's not important, then I just don't do it. But I also don't like just doing one video with a coming up section and then one previously and then all the other ones don't have it. So, like, let's just stick with the rounds. Yeah, let's get Newtown done and out of the way. We'll start from here.
We're actively searching for Callahan, but it looks like the Sid's already on the move. The fact they're showing him means this ain't your everyday incident. There's gotta be more to this. I hate entrusting things to them, but we're in no position to turn them down.
Well, looks like you hit the nail on the head. This whole thing is linked to the Mafia. How do you What? How do you know? Freaking guild. You'll stick your noses in every damn corner, I swear. Don't be salty about it, bud. That's just what their comms network That's just what their comms network gets them.
Yeah, I think it could be really useful to us too if we just work together.
You good there, guys? I don't remember them dogpiling on him like that. Are they picking up on his sarcasm? Anyway, we know what we gotta do now. We're gonna get our equipment sorted out and then we move. You guys stay sharp out there.
Beneath that prickly exterior, he really does care for us. Indeed. Perhaps a certain Spriggan is rubbing off on him.
We got lives on the line here. Everything else can go on the back burner. Especially since this is the mob we're talking about here. Unfortunately, it's against guild regulations for B ranks and lower to operate alone, so I gotta pair up. Don't get reckless out there. We'll back with the guild first, got it? It was bad enough trying to work through the network issues. It was driving our online reservation system haywire. We had double bookings, outages, random cancellations. It was a nightmare. We've never had to deal with anything like that before, and I hope we'll have to do it again. It's horrifically bad for ratings. Today we finally meet with the Vern Company to hammer out a big partnership. Cooperation with the academic community is one of the Vern's founding principles, so they're pretty receptive to the idea. It's just, after the foundation got cut out, things have been a bit dicey. But I can't let that get to me. I'm gonna ace this. Just rehearse and execute. Okay, maybe execute is a bit much, but I'll get it done one way or another. I gotta focus on bringing everybody together. But can I? I heard Vern's office were a mess this morning. No bad thoughts. Don't overthink it, just go. How did it come to this? No, maybe there's still time. We just need a hero. If memory serves, they work for a Vern weapons R&D contractor. What happened here exactly? They look out of sorts. Might need to change up his voice if he's for a side quest.
About Professor Callahan, if you learn of his whereabouts, please let us know. We haven't been able to reach him. He's been our company advisor for years and years, and now he's just gone. I can only hope that he's safe wherever he is.
Alrighty.
Your boy. Come lay down. Come lay down, boy. There you go. Good boy. Get some rest in. Alright.
Indeed, this is likely the best compromise available. This should be at least get the project off the ground.
Well, frankly, I don't see what it's in use for. This is a big responsibility for a little benefit down the river. That said, I've heard grumblings of a different project. I could try and pull some strings for you there.
I appreciate it, but we should be fine. That project is a bit unique. Honestly, I don't know much about it myself. We don't know who's working on it. Whatever it is, it's highly confidential.
So it would seem. I'm not privy to any of that info myself either. Every company has its secrets, but it's rare to run into a project even more confidential than our own. What are they up to?
I'm sorry, I can't go into more detail. This is a very strange project. I heard they've expunged all their internal engineers from the project too.
Now that piques my interest. I don't have any inroads there, though. I can't brute force my way into that war room.
I got this report from the main branch that one of their terminals was acting up. I'm not sure what that's all about, but I hope it's just a technical gremlin and not a serious problem. But any downtime at all is bad business and bad optics. We better get it back up and fast, or we'll lose more than just money. Basswood is a hub city for many of our country's top manufacturers. The biggest names all have operations here. There's a big strain on the power grid, hence the massive orbital generator to keep it all afloat. It powers everything from manufacturing plants to research stations. Even the trains run on the generator.
Our lights started flickering this morning, and I'm not sure why. Surely the lamps aren't all going bad at once. We check them regularly. I'll have to watch a ticket with the utility people. I'm hearing that the factory on the outskirts of town has been having power and comms trouble too. They're manufacturing our new model. It's supposed to go on sale in the spring. I hope they get that resolved soon, and that it doesn't spread.
We've got our own problems to iron out, though. Our communications network got thrown out of whack here. I have a friend who works at a factory on the outskirts of town. Turns out the comms are all messed up too. I knew a lot of places got damaged, but I wasn't expecting they had to go through all that big factories and facilities. The factories in the building are constantly having their instruments checked.
I got in touch with Sydney for the first time in a while. Goddess almighty, it makes me sick to hear what the professor put her through. They said it was because she was the only woman in that lab, but that's no excuse at all. Her health really suffered because of it. Anyway, maybe I'll buy something from the drugstore as a little pick-me-up.
Very well.
My mentor, Professor Aurelia, told me about what happened at the Institute. I didn't want to believe the rumors, but you could see it's written all over these poor victims' faces. They look terrible. As a pharmacist, I want to do whatever I can to help them recover. Those women especially.
Los is very cool. She's so calm and collected, and she's really good at what she does. She's like the opposite of me. I just go hopping from one odd job to another, but she's landed her dream job already. Maybe I should take notes and figure out what I want to do. You know, maybe I can just start working at the pharmacy. I think I'm on good terms with Luce now. Maybe she could teach me.
Not a single eyewitness report either. Nobody in town saw a thing. Are we just grasping at straws here? I guess we can try the workshop area in the airport, I don't know. I guess Bonk is right. There's always a stone unturned. Let's split up and do another comb through. I wonder if Albus has gotten any leads yet. We should meet back up soon.
It's so convenient nowadays.
Huh? What you doing there? What's with all the nuts and bolts there? Are you modding your car?
Modding sounds so illegal. I'm just tuning it. I can't beat you by being a better driver. I need a better car too.
Well, you're not very good at tuning either. Remember when you tried to fix the radio that one time?
Shut up, you said you wouldn't talk about that. And besides, your dad's workshop has been helping you with your car too, haven't they? It's only fair I get to work on mine.
No, I don't mod my cars one bit. I thought I told you that.
You don't? Then how do they just... You really just drive them that good?
Yep, what's the point in buying a win when you can earn it instead?
You're telling me I never stood a chance? All things equal, she still beats me.
Indeed.
The guys at Dad's workshop have been teaching me about what parts do and how to mod stuff. It's really cool. But modding an RC car to be faster is kinda lame, so I keep it in stock. I want to win fair and square.
I thought everybody else was modding their cars, but nope. It was just me all along. I mean, just how the heck does Melia drive her car like that with no mods at all? It doesn't make sense.
Workers everywhere have been grumbling about problems with their orbital equipment. I hope they get that fixed soon. It's been a headache for my husband too. He came into work and the machines at his workshop just wouldn't work.
The distribution network seems really unstable right now. I'm worried it might affect our tuning service. I did some digging and I confirm it's not just us. The whole city is running into issues. I contacted HQ about it, but they said they don't have a timetable. We might have to put them in the hot seat if this keeps up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore them. Like I said, Agnes's like fellow schoolmates for some reason are just... I just find them boring. The store's been hit by this orbital instability business too, so I went ahead and double-checked our wiring. And as expected, our setup is perfectly fine. It's something bigger going on in the city. Our manager's talking with HQ to try and get it fixed, but outside of that, there's nothing we can do. Yeah, like I said, boring. Anyway, looks like I'm from Weeman, you see. It's a nation rich with lakes and gorges. Thus, fishing is a popular hobby there. I started early myself. I know I'm in denial. I know it's not healthy for me. But the truth hurts more.
Dog.
Anyway. We got one more person to talk to. I heard news of an incident at the Institute. The police are asking around for information and eyewitness reports. We have logs of everybody's Aerotram trips from their certification cards. You can scan it to get on and off. But we couldn't find anything that might relate to the incident. I'm sorry we couldn't be any help.
Indeed.
Alright, well, with that, we're at least done with the first video of the session and done with the first set of rounds in the area. What do you mean I missed two people over there? Who are they? Are they school students? Oh no. Hold on. Okay, we're not done just yet. Hold on.
That was really nice. Got to see the Z1 exhibit and everything. Probably best we head on home now.
Yeah, I'm fresh out of travel money. I really owe my uncle for that. Oh wait, that reminds me. He told me to say hello to a friend of his at the factory. He said he's the manager there.
Go figure he's got friends in high places. Sure, why not? I know it's kinda just an errand, but man, the thought of meeting a factory manager has me psyched.
Right? I'm gonna ask if we can watch him work. My uncle wanted me to run some errands for him in exchange for covering my travel costs. Get this, one of his old friends is a factory manager, and I get to meet him. You think I'll get to watch him work too? I'll have to ask my uncle. Surely he can pull off some strings for his super cute niece.
I've been seeing a bunch of cops around here since this morning. Way more than usual. Did something happen? We better be careful just in case.
Alright, now we're done with the rounds in Newtown at the very least. So now we can move on. Where the hell did you come from, man?